प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
ओम प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. We are studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita with Shankar's commentary, and in the 10th chapter, we are read up to Shloka 19. The context is that in the beginning of the 10th chapter, it appears more as a continuation of the 9th chapter. And Bhagavan has said that those who are devoted to me, I give them knowledge. After that, Arjuna is talking. Arjuna says, I accept everything which you are telling me. Asita, Devala, Vyas and Narada, they have been telling that. And now you yourself have told that. So I accept everything. That gods even do not know your birth or your origin or your influence. You yourself know about yourself, but I have another need. My mind does go outside many times. It is difficult to keep the mind always directed inside. And so it is general problem of the humanity. So Arjuna is representing that the mind does go outside, but I do not want to miss you. I do not want to forget you even for a moment. Though mind goes outside, I do not want to forget you for a moment. And so I am requesting you a special request that you are all pervading. But with what special manifestations, holding what special manifestations you pervade the world. So you please tell me your special manifestations so that I can think of you through those manifestations. That is the question Arjuna has asked. And he also says, please tell me the entire list of your divine special manifestations. I do not want to miss any one of them. And I am so much drinking the nectar-like speech which you are telling. I am not satisfied. As much as I drink, I want more. That is Arjuna's question. So in the 19th shloka, Bhagavan says, Hanta, Hanta means a deer, a word expressing dear or feeling, kind feeling. I shall tell you my divine special manifestations, but I shall tell you only the principal ones, because about the detailed there is no end at all. So it is not possible for me to tell everything as you are asking, because there is no end to. Shankar says, even hundreds of years will pass away, but I will not be able to complete the list. So, for your sake, you want the mind goes outside, accepted. So, whatever your mind will go, for them sufficiently I will tell. I will tell you the main ones which will satisfy your need. That up to that we have read. Now in the shloka 20 we read Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashaya Stita Aham Adishya Madyancha Bhutanam Anta Evacha. So Bhagavan is going to tell the special manifestations, no doubt. But first, begins with the very fundamental one, which if we can do, then we'll not require to go outside. Sarva Bhuta Ashaya Sthitaha. Ashaya means heart. Sarva Bhuta Ashaya means heart. All beings, the heart of all beings. In that Atma, their self, that is my first vibhuti. My first special manifestation is that I am the very being of all the Buddhas. They can find me in their heart. If the Buddhas want to go here and there, let them not go outside. They can go to their own heart. And in that heart, their self is sitting. That is my special manifestation. Now, this is very important because if you can feel Bhagwan as my very being, then I get the maximum love, devotion, surrender, and that makes my path very easy. So the first mention Bhagavan has told, go to your own heart, and there your very Atman, your very being, your very existence, your very consciousness, your very bliss, that is what I am. So we can connect with many things here. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 147. There, all pervasive nature of God is described in many ways, and then it is said, the best way to worship God is to worship Him as our very being, our very Atman. So that is the first Vibhuti Bhagavan tells. Next can be understood in two different ways. Cha is there, so it is different. First is over now. Second is cha. And 3 times he said cha. So it can be I am Adi Madhya Anta Bhutanam I am. So the Srishti Sthiti Pralaya of the world or birth, living and death of the beings I am. But people can take it differently also. I am the birth of every being. This is my special manifestation. I am the sthiti, the life of every being. That is a special manifestation. And when the people die, they come to me only. So, death of people is also my special manifestation. So, either you can take it combinedly that the birth, maintenance, and destruction of the universe, because Bhuta, Nam, plural, or separately also, for every being, the birth, living, and death, I am, that itself, two meanings have come there. And second type of meaning has 3 different meanings. I am the birth of beings, I am the maintenance of beings, I am the dissolution of beings. So both of them are rather philosophical. Mind does not have to run about in the world. They can think of themselves and find me. Either the very being in the heart or the fact that we are born, the fact that we live, the fact that we die, everything can be associated with God. Acharya says, Tatra Prathamam Eva Tavat Shruno. So, in that matter, listen to my first one. Aham Atma Pratyagatma. Pratyagatma means innermost being. Pratyak, gone inside. That Atman which has gone inside. So, innermost reality of every being. Now, here, the Sambodhan for Arjuna is Gudakesha. And it is an important Sambodhan. So Shankar explains that Sambodhan in two different ways. Gudaka means sleep. Gudakesha means one who had mastery over sleep. Now Arjuna had practiced those things. That when he has no time, he can manage without sleep for many days. And when he has some convenience, he can finish off his sleep. Both. Isha, so when he wants, he can sleep. When he does not want, he will not sleep. That mastery over sleep Arjuna had achieved. Second meaning is physical appearance. Guda Kesha. Guda is combination, formation, or what we call curly hair, group of hair. Kesha, hair. So Arjuna, in those days, male persons also never cut their hair. They used to take glory in their long hairs. And Arjuna is special in that respect also. Arjuna was known as a person with Guda Kesha. Everybody has Kesha. But Arjuna's Kesha was special. So Arjuna is only also known as Guda Kesha. So here Shankar is giving both the meanings. Hey Guda Kesha, Aham Atma Sarveshan Bhutanam Ashaye Antarhridhi Sthita. Inside the heart, Shankar clears what is Ashay. Inside the heart, Sthita Nityam Dheyaha. Shankar says, always to be meditated upon. I can be always meditated upon as my being in my own heart. Avedena. That Ashaktena aha. Shankar has told why these two. If one can meditate on God always in his own heart, he does not require any other mode. If he cannot concentrate, and that is Arjuna's question, I cannot always maintain that. I can do that, but I cannot always maintain that. The mind does go outside. So he says, Tad Ashaktena, when one is not able to do that, Uttareshu Bhavishu Chintya. So from here now, the full list starts. From the second line of this shloka, full list is starting. Uttareshu means that which is coming next. Bhaveshu, bhav, positive existence. Chintya, to be thought of. Am chintayitum shakyo. Yasmat. Because they can think of me like that outside, if not inside. Aham adi bhutanam karanam तथा मध्यम च स्थिति अंत pralaya cha. Adi means cause. I am the cause of the beings. I am the center of the beings. I am the end of the beings. So it can be thought of in this way also or next. Evam cha dheyaha. 21. Adityanam aham Vishnu. Jyotisham Raviramshuman. Marichir Marutam Asmi Nakshatranam Aham Shashi. Here, let us first of all know that people wrongly think Hindus worship 33 crores of devatas. That is a wrong idea. 33 koti. Koti means type. Hindus worship 33 types of devatas. 33 groups of devatas. And they are named. Their given list is there. But no, I am telling Adityanam Aham Vishnu. Aditya. Don't jump Aditya into this suit. Aditya is a group of deities which are 12 in number. So Adityas are 12 in one koti. One koti is Aditya. They are 12 in number. So total number we shall find only when we sum of the 33 times. Not that devatas are 33, neither 33 crore, 33 types. So you can write this type, this type, this type, and add and say how much. So Aditya is a group of deities. And if you want to think of Adityas, then think of me as Vishnu. Now this Vishnu is not the immanent God, huh? No. One of the Aditya's name is Vishnu. Aditya, amongst the Adityas, I am Vishnu. So there are 12 names. Even in our childhood, in Marathi houses, it was compulsory in the morning, after taking bath, we used to physically, Sashtanga, you know that, Surya Namaskar was a compulsory thing. And if you take Aditya Surya, 12 names were there. Surya was one of the names. And Vishnu also was one of the names. Aditya itself might be one of the names. Ravaya Nama, Khagaya Nama, Pushaya Nama, like that. You have to chant one mantra and make one Surya Namaskar. Unless we had done that, don't ask for milk or breakfast, don't ask. That was the niyam or tradition in the house. So I remember. And so it was a coupling of exercise plus devotion, whatever it is. So among Adityas, I am Vishnu. So if you want to think of Adityas, think of me as Vishnu. Jyotisham Ravir Anshuma. So he has separated, you see. This Surya also is this Vibhuti, but not as one of the Adityas, one of the self-shining ones. So there are many self-shining ones in the universe. Here, it is not one of group of devatas. No? So, Jyotisham. Jyotisham is self-luminous, light. So, Jyotisham, among the self-luminous ones, think of me as the sun. Because sun has rays, Anshuman. Anshuman, Ravi. Ravi is the name of sun. But Ravi may be the name of many things. So he specifies by telling Anshuman Ravi. That Ravi which has many rays. So, rays wala Ravi. Among the luminous ones. Marichir Marutam Asmi Nakshatrana Maham Shashi. Now Marut is another group of devatas. And they are counted as 49. So Marut Gana, the group of Marut devatas, Marut literally may mean Vayu. It may be associated or may not be. But in the Vedas or some Puranas, 49 Maruts are described. And Marichi, now Marichi is a very general name of so many things. But in those 49 also there is a name Marichi. Now for Arjuna, they may be common things in those days, in that context. So he is telling that which is easy for Arjuna. For us, if it is not clicks, then we need not think of that. So many he is going to tell. So in Marut Ganas, Marut Devata Vedas, I am Marichi. Nakshatranam, I am Shashi. So the question comes, what is a nakshatra? Now the word nakshatra also has several meanings. In Indian astrology, 27 nakshatras are there. They are groups of stars forming the orbit of sun and moon both. But that may not be the meaning here, because moon itself is being told. So moon cannot be a part of his orbit. So that meaning is cancelled. Any group of stars also is called nakshatra. No, moon is not a group of stars. So that is also cancelled. So you can take the meaning nakshatra means what we generally say stars. If we go to the etymological meaning, nakshatra, yes, that is the real thing. Those whose domain is night. Nag refers to night. And Kshatriya is like a king or one whose domain is night. That is the meaning. So Surya is not available in the night. So Surya is excluded. In the night we see so many stars. Among them I am the moon. Because among the stars, for our sake, moon is the nearest. There is a lot of argument from the astronomers. Oh, Jupiter and others are very big. That is not our concern. Nearest to us, influencing us, is moon. And moon has very special relation with spiritual, like that, Moon is the Lord of our mind. In how many ways this should be understood? One thing I will tell, in our mission, for example, we hear the word Titi Puja. If you go to any non-Bengali, they will be puzzled, what is Titi Puja? Are we celebrating birthdays or are we celebrating Titis? So you know how this name has come. You see, in India, there are two types of month calculation. Now, this month and year are not made by God. They are our references of calculation. Now, the earth rotates around the sun, or sun rotates around the earth, whatever you take. That time period is called 1 year. So, that is our basic unit of calculation. So many years, so many years. So, that is our basic unit of calculation is 1 year. Now, for practical purposes, we want parts because it is too big. And so, the 1 year is divided into 12 parts. Now, this division has two clear different ways in India. One is called the solar, one is called the lunar. If we come to the next step, days. Day is the earth rotating about itself. That is called one day. Day and night. Now, such days, now these are not that they want to exactly parts or no. So, days in a year is 365 plus a little more. And that is why this English, we say English, it is Gregorian calendar. So, they have a leap year after 4 years. But not every 4 years, because you cannot have exactness there. If you have every 4 years, then after 100 years, it will go more. So not after 100 years, but after 400 years. Like that it is there, leap year. We have a very different set anyway. That is one method. Suppose sun is moving. Let us take that, easy. Now there is an orbit, not circular, elliptical, little different orbit. Now there are 12 groups of stars which to our eyes are fixed. They may not be fixed, they may not be relatively to each other, they may be moving also. But as far as our eyes go, there are 12 stars, 12 groups of stars, and they have some formation. We can read them. So, and almost equidistant in that orbit. So that is the concept of Rashi. Rashi also means a heap or a group. But in astrology, Rashi is that section between two groups of stars. And do you know, in Belur Math, when do you get khichdi? When? Purnima, Amavasya and Sankranti. Every month, 3 times you get khichdi. Makar Sankranti is famous because between Dakshina and Uttara. Otherwise, there is Sankranti every month. And what is Sankranti? The shifting of sun from this Rashi to this Rashi. That is called a Sankranti. Now, approximately 30, 31, 29, some fixed, but not exactly 1 by 12 because you cannot do that. So, these are called Rashis. That is one type of calculation. There also there is fun because in India full freedom was there. If sun crosses, it will cross at a particular moment in a day. So that day, Tamilians say new month has begun. Bengalis say old month has ended. Bengali month starts next day of Sankranti. Tamil month starts on Sankranti. And month names are different anyway, that will be a big thing. Tamil New Year's Day, next day, Bengali New Year's Day. Anyway, so that is one type of calculation. But sun has no connection with our mind. Sun has connection with our life. Without sunlight, we could not have got anything, etc. But only one festival throughout the year, one festival, we observe according to sun. Makar Sankranti. Because it is the common harvesting festival in throughout India. In South, it is called Pongal. And they also make khichdi, their own khichdi with urad dal, so like that. Pongal. Other states is called Sankranti. That is because harvesting festival. Not directly connected with the mind, connected with the worldly thing. Now, another way of month calculation is this moon rotating around the sun, around the earth. Moon rotates around the earth. And by days calculation, 29 plus something days. So if you take 12 times, it becomes 355 days plus something, not 365. But moon being the lord of the mind, in Bengal, all the religious observations are on Tithi. Tithi is the moon formation. There again, if you want, you see, moon rotates around the sun. And moon has no light of its own, though it is called nakshatra. Moon gets light from the sun. Now this angle and that angle, so that part of the moon which gets light from the sun varies every day, which comes in our vision. We see only one side of the moon always. Moon moves like this. We are seeing only one side. On that side, sun's light may come on this portion, big portion, full moon light. So that is called tithis of the moon. That is divided into, in the 8th chapter, we had that Shukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha, increasing and decreasing. Purnima, maximum, and Amavasya, no sun, no moon. No moon means moon is very much there. But suppose moon is earth, moon, and sun. So sun's light is on this side, we see only this side. So Amavasya. You know, in a Hindi, a big writer has used some alankar in a funny way. He says, afraid of the darkness of Amavasya, even the moon does not come. Putting the cause and the effect. Amavasya is because moonlight will not get. But say moon does not come because he is afraid of the Amavasya darkness. Anyway, this is Amavasya. So count how many tithis? 16. Because 1 to 15. And the same name we will take in the Krishna Paksha. Shukla 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. Krishna 1, 2, 3, 4, 14. Amavasya cannot be Purnima of Krishna Paksha. Amavasya is Amavasya. Purnima is Purnima. So 16 tithis. You know, it is reference to Prashna or Mundaka Upanishad, where the whole world is divided into 16 kalas. And kala means that part of the moon which we see. So there also in reference to the moon. Some people did not know about Amavasya. Amavasya is called Dhruvi Kala. That means moon's own nature is not light. Huh? So Amavasya is its own real nature. And then this changing. Now we need not go into Puranic because Puranic is very different, you know that. Are a terrible things. Now nakshatras I have not yet told. In Kerala, birthday is not calculated by Tithi, by nakshatra. But that also is lunar nakshatra. Nakshatras, for more detailed calculation, this 12 Rashis, 27 nakshatras. Again, special manifestations, 27 parts of it here. No, some miscalculation comes, so 28 sometimes like that. Abhijit name you have heard? Abhijit is the name of the 28th nakshatra, which was designed by the astronomers to atone for something less in that 27. Something connected with Abhijit was there, which comes after 60 years. It was there in Rama's birth time, and that was on 22nd January. That was why the Ram Mandir was opened there. Otherwise, it will come after 50, 60 years. Anyway, that is not connected here. So, Ram Navami, Krishna Janmashtami, only Janmashtami, referring to Krishna. You know further. Sita Navami, Radha Ashtami, they're there. And I always say, Sarda Saptami, Vivekananda Saptami, Maharaj, I'm taking that.
Yes, definitely, Maharaj.
Now, let me digress from there, because we want spiritual impetus, that's all. That is our hetu. One of our Swamis, revered Swamis, Niramayanandaji, you know that name? Niramayanji said, Mother Sthiti and Swami Vivekananda Sthiti is same. Both are Krishna Saptamis. And Raja Maharaj's and Thakur Sthiti is same. Shukla Dvitiya. And so, Swami is closer to Mother. And Raja Maharaj is closer to Thakur. That is what Niramayanji told me. No, the discussion was like that. I will still further digress. Thakur's disciples were sitting together and they are telling, Thakur told me this thing about the mother. Other disciples said, Thakur told me this thing about the mother. Like that they were talking. Swami Vivekananda said, Thakur did not tell me anything about the mother. On that, Niramayan Swamiji's comment. Does father tell anybody about the mother? One who is, another thing. In Bengali, Mayer Chele, Babar Chele, specially near to specially dear, that is the meaning. So, Swamiji Uchan Mayer Chele. Mayer Chele ke baad Baba bolben na ki Mayer sambandh, that is what Niramayanji said. So, there is some association. What I am telling, all this let it go. But there is some inner association with this. And in Bengal, the days are counted according to solar calendar. But celebrations are to be done according to lunar. And that is why Tithi Puja. It is not Puja of the Tithi. On the Tithi they were born. When that Tithi comes, we worship them. This is called Tithi Puja. Anyway, I think I explained everything to Bengalis and non-Bengalis today. Because non-Bengalis are flustered. What is this Tithi Puja? Is it not birthday? Anyway. So that is the thing. Now about moon as Adhipati of the mind. This is universal, not only in India. What is a mad person called in English? Lunatic. Luna means moon. So lunatic means affected by the moon. If we stand for a long time or sit directly under the moon, your mind will go wrong. My Guruji was sitting where, Swamiji building to Ganges Ghat. Then on the Ganges Ghat, two rounds are there. There he was sitting for meditation in the night. Mahapurush Maharaj sent somebody, call him back, and told him, never meditate under moonlight. It will affect the mind badly. So, moon is very helpful, but not directly sitting into the mind now. Okay? Enough? Nakshatranam ham shashi. Arey, what is this shashi? Hmm?
Moon.
Why is moon called shashi? Shasha?
Shashi.
Shashi is not Bengali shasha. Rabbit, hare is called shasha. Shasha we don't get now very often.
Khargos.
Now there is a dark spot on the moon. It is imagined as a deer, it is imagined as a rabbit. So shashi means that round which has shasha on its body. So shasha, shashi. Anyway. So we have deviated a long one, but so many other necessary points are there. Now, nakshatranam, come back. Nakshatranam is those who shine in the night. Their dominion is night. Among them, I am moon. So when you want to think of stars in the night, don't think of small this, that. No, you should know that there are stars which are millions of times bigger than the moon. But what is that to us? For us, nearest is moon. So, okay, Adityanam evam cha deyaham Adityanam dvadashanam Vishnunam Aditya aham Jyotisham Ravihi Prakashayitrunam Anshuman Rashmiman Marichi Nama Marutam Marut Devata Bhedanam Asmi Nakshatranam Aham Shashi Chandrama Vedanam Samavedosmi Devanam Asmi Vasavaha Indriyanam Manaschasmi Bhutanam Asmi Chetanam. So here we will find two types. A group and something in that group or separately related to that group. Now, Vedas, we have seen that when you talk only of Vedas, we take three Vedas. Rig, Yajur, Sam. Now, what is Samveda? You know. How the division was made, why there are three. Vedic literature was growing and growing and growing. As the rishis discover new things, they will go on telling. Vedas are not books. Vedas are discoveries by the rishis of permanent spiritual truths. So that literature was growing. And there was no writing in those days. So everything had to be memorized. So this Vyasa, we call him Veda Vyasa. He divided into three. Atharvaveda was later on, as I said. And how he divided? I'm not talking from my mind. In the Taittiriya Upanishad Bhashya, Shankara has given this division. Now, names I took. He says, Nishchita Padavasana, Nishchita Padavasana. Poetry has a not the modern poetry. The poetry used to have fixed number in every charan. So poetical part he put in Rigveda. Prose part in Yajurveda. No, you will not find very strict because during prose part there may be a poetry, that is different. But mainly poetry part he put in Rigveda, Richa. Poetry, prose part, Yajurveda. Now, within the poetry, there is what you can call it, which you are able to sing, Gaya poetry, what we call music. So, from Rigveda itself, portion he took out and called it Samveda. Not poetry which can be sung. Now, evidently, among the three Vedas, it is that poetry which can be sung. So, Vedanam Samavedosam. You know the Samagaya? You have seen the book Mantra Pushpam? These two twin brothers, Ram Maharaj and Lakshman Maharaj. Lakshman Maharaj was Chidananda, head of the Bangalore ashram, and then went to America. And Ram Maharaj, Devarupananda, they were from Samavedi Gharana. And when they joined with Yatishwaranji in Bangalore. So Yatishwaranji said, you go and learn more from Samveda. So that perfected almost Samveda. Now Lakshman Maharaj become head, and so little less opportunity. And Ram Maharaj was teaching chanting to candidates in Bombay almost till his death. And he has written that book, Mantra Pushpam. Now, I will tell you another example. In Taittiriya Upanishad is from Krishna Yajurveda. But there he says, when a man realizes Brahman, he becomes so happy, etat samagayan aste. He goes on chanting this sama. And what is that sama? Now, modern musicians, if you see, we feel they distort the words. It is not distortion. They are in that singing. I'll give you an example, they will understand. Amrutasya nabhi. The Upanishad says, Amrutasya na bhai. Is there no? That is sound. So singing. Anyway. That na bhai is like the musicians breaking. Anyway. So, Vedanam Samvedo Asmi. The music part of the Vedas I am. Devanam Asmi Vasava. Now here it is not amongst, maybe amongst also. All the gods taken together, 33 and all that. Their king is Indra. So when you want to think of gods in general, think of Indra. Sometimes Indra is the name given to Paramatma also. Indro Maya Vipuru Rupa Yete, that is Parameshwara. Indra means the king of gods. Indra's name is Vasavaha. Indriyanam Manashasmi. Now here, anyway, Shankar does not take usually mind as an Indriya. He takes mind to be the lord of the Indriyas. Mind does not go and pursue something like the Indriyas, but mind, what it does, without mind, Indriyas cannot pursue anything. You understand this point? What eyes can perceive?
Objects.
No. You say I directly pursued the wall. Eyes cannot perceive the wall. Eyes can perceive only color and shape, nothing else. This meaning is supplied by the mind. Now, sometimes you have hit it, you found it is hard, you see it is supporting the. So, all these are from the mind. So, mind, what mind does? Collates. That means perceptions of different indriyas, it gives a unified meaning. That is mind. And indriyas have to present the perception to the mind. Without that, there is no perception. So, unifying agent, then the mind has to present it to the buddhi, determinative buddhi. So, like that, the perception goes. So, mind is not directly an indriya, but it is the lord of the indriyas. But here Shankara said, indriyanam ekadasha. Now, so we may add like that, knowing what Shankara said elsewhere, that indriyas, when you count them as 11, then mind. And what is mind? Mind or man has two meanings. The whole antakarna is called mind many times. And one of the functions is called mind. Sankalpa vikalpatma. Pros and cons. Whether it is this or that is how the mind works. Then buddhi determines it. So, indriyas, the lord, the collator, their controller, through which they perceive, is mind. So, when you want to think of indriyas, you need not think separately, you think of the mind. Indriyanam manasya asmi cha, and. Bhutanam asmi chetana. Bhutanam means beings, living beings, pranis. Nam for every being separately. You need not think of the beings. You can think the consciousness in the being. Whenever there is a psychosomatic group, that is mind and body complex, the Chetana Brahman shines on that. That is becomes I Chetana. And without that I Chetana, the body mind has no meaning whatever. So when you want to think of beings, you think better of the consciousness which plays in them. Bhutanam Chetana. We are not progressing at all. Vedanam Madhya Samayada Asmi. Shankara has not given many meanings. Devanam Rudra Aditya Adina. Rudra Aditya Adina. Different groups, all taken together. Vasava Indraha Asmi. Indriyanam Ekadashanam Chakshuradinam Manacha Asmi. Sankalpa Vikalpatmakam Manacha Asmi. That mind, which is one of the four functions of the antakarana. Bhutanam asmi chetana karyakarana sangate nityabhivukta buddhi vritti chetana. Buddhi in Gita does not mean what we call buddhi. Buddhi is bodha. So, buddhi vritti, this complex body mind is there. In that, the bodha has a wave. I consciousness. That is called Chetana. Chetana is the I consciousness. Rudranam Shankaraschasmi Vittesho Yaksharakshasam Vasunam Pavakaschasmi Meru Shikarinamaham. Rudra, Ekadasha Rudra. Rudra is another group of deities, and there are 11. Among them, Shankar. Now, some people think that is he belittling Shankar, Shiva? Is Shankar only a part of Rudras? Is Shankar not equivalent to Vishnu? Srishti se apply karta. Don't take that way. Question is different. Arjuna wants, when the mind goes outside, how to think of you. So here, Shankar may be the Prayakarta Shankar, but he is being told only as the man in the 11 Adi Rudras. Rudranam Shankarasya Asmi. Vittesho, you know the god Kubera, and Yaksha Rakshasam, two. Dvivachan is there, Yaksha and Rakshasam. Yaksha and Rakshasas. Know what are Yakshas? A type of beings. Shall I tell a little fun about it? Yaksha is the unknown quantity. When we learn algebra in English, X, Y, they are copied from India only. In India, it is reverse one. The first variable or unknown quantity is year. Second is ksha. So ksha means unknown quantity. In Kenopanishad, Supreme Lord appeared before the gods in the yaksha form. That means a form which was not known to the gods. Anyway, so yaksha means a particular being. And Rakshasa were thought previously. Asuras become Rakshasas. Too much importance to the organs, then cruel. Rakshas means cruel people. But among the Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am the Kuvera. You know Kuvera's brother? Ravana. So Ravana is a Rakshas. Vasu Nam Pavakaschasmi. Vasu, another group of devotees, 8, Ashtavas. And Agni Devata is one of the Vasus. Pavaka means Agni. So in the Vasu Devata, think of me as Agni. Miru Shikarinamaham. Shikarinam means those who have tall peaks. So those who have tall peaks, but I am Meru.
Himalaya. Himalaya.
No. Himalaya will come later on. Oh. No, Pandavas climbed on the top of the Meru, Swarga is there. So now people are not finding it, but you go to Himalayas and go still north. There is very high mountains. That is Meru. Sumeru or Meru is a mountain which is beyond the Himalayas. Name will come in a different context here. So among the highest peaks, I am Meru. Now again, as I said, in Arjuna's time it was, and Pandavas themselves went on Sumeru, no? They climbed Sumeru. with the idea that on the peak of Sumeru is the Swarga. So, highest mountain, Meru. Rudranam Ekadashanam Shankaracha Asmi Vittesha Kubero Yaksharasasam Yakshanam Rakshasam Cha Vasunam Ashtanam Pavakacha Asmi Agnihi Meru Shikarinam Shikaravatam. Shikaravatam, those are high peaks. I am the Meru. Om Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetra Ekapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Duhe Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Today we indulge in so many things anyway. All related to Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Prapanna parijataya Totravitraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gitamritaduhe Namaha.